Welcome to the series of database management system. Today we will see what are the disadvantages of database management system. In last lecture we have seen what are the advantages of using the databases. As it has the advantages, it also has disadvantages. These are some disadvantages of database management system. Number 1, complexity increases. The data structure may become more complex because of the centralized database. It supports many applications in an organization. This may lead to difficulty in its management and may require the professional for the management. As we know that database management system is centrally located. It manages all the database at one location. So when the database is getting bigger and bigger, it increases in the complexity. Number 2, requirement of more disk spaces. The wide functionality and more complexity increased the size of database management system. Thus, it requires much more space to store and run that than the traditional file system. Next is additional cost of hardware. The cost of database management system installation is much more. It depends on the environment and functionality and the size of hardware and maintenance cost of hardware. So there are multiple costs which gets added when we are using database management system. Next is cost of conversion. The cost of conversion from old file system to the new database management system is very high. In some cases, the cost of conversion is high that the cost of database and the extra hardware become insignificant. It also includes the cost of training manpower and hiring the specialized manpower to convert and run the system. When we have a traditional file system which is used previously in the organization, and if the organization want to convert from a traditional file system to the new database management system, that cost of conversion is very high because they need to purchase the database management softwares and they require a trained manpower who able to use these databases and manage these databases. So the cost of conversion can be very high. Next is need of additional and specialized manpower. Any organization having the databases system needs to be hire and train its manpower on the regular basis to design and implement the database and to provide the database administration services. So if the any organization if using the database management system for managing their databases, they have to hire some trained employees who are able to manage, or if something happen they're able to tackle the problems related to the databases. Next is need of backup and recovery. For the database management system to be accurate and available all the time, a procedure is required to develop and use for providing the backup copies and its users when damage occur, and it has to be done a backup and recovery procedure whenever there is a crash in the system, because we know that database management system is centrally located at one place. So if something happen, so the backup copy has to be there to recover from that failure. So it is the responsibility of specialized users for taking the backup and recovery of the system. So system can work and it has to be present all the time. Next is organizational conflict. A centralized and shared database system require a consensus on the data definition and ownership as well as responsibility for accurate data maintenance. So here, this is one of the disadvantage of using the database management system. More installation and management cost. The big and complete database management system are more costly. They require to train the manpower to operate the system and have the additional annual maintenance and support cost. So if any organization has decided to use a database in their background for managing the data, managing the tables, managing the information, so the maintenance and installation cost will be very high. So though it has advantages, it has some disadvantages also.